All right, you're live.
Hello, hello.
I don't think we have anybody watching. Well, Keith's obviously on there.
Keith's on there.
Yeah.
I saw your messages.
And waiting for it to pop up. It usually tells us how many people are watching.
That's
It's
true.
right now.
It says still waiting.
Yeah. Okay, Keith, you want to know, should you go to Old Forester or Michter's? So Old Forester, it depends what you want, I guess.
Yeah.
They've been having the
crypto and get rewarded as you learn with Coinbase.
Sorry, I'm trying to add the viewership up.
So Old Forester has the 1924 and the 117s lately. So if you're looking to get this year's release of 1924, go to Old Forester.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, just depends on what you prefer. Like
Yeah,
I know obviously Devin's really big into Michter's, so he's
right,
going to say
right.
Michter's no matter what. But yeah, it's just one of those things. It's one of those things.
But yeah, so if you're interested in 1924, I'm going to guess they still have it. They had like every day last week.
Yeah.
And check that out.
And I'm sure we'll get into it at some point during this conversation. But at the same time, we did split up on Saturday morning after our pick.
Well, we'll get to that.
We'll get to
Stop jumping ahead.
Oh, sorry. It's excited. That's what we did.
Renee said that they're releasing the 117 as well. That's true. We were there and we got the Warehouse I. But this week earlier, I think it was Tuesday, they released their very old, like the 117 very old one. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know like a year on that was like 8, 9?
I think it may have been 10 years.
Oh wow.
But
that's awesome.
Yeah, so I say Old Forester.
Yeah, Old Forester is one of my favorites too. I think it's one of the
Shauna.
Initial ones that kind of got me into
Hi, Eric.
other specialties. So it's pretty cool. Hello, Eric. Congratulations also on your 4 Roses win for another group that we're in. So congratulations on that one. It's going to be pretty tasty.
We're going to start out. This is a sample from the barrel that we picked. I got to bring home. So we're going to start with that tonight.
I left mine at home so I can drink his.
Yeah. You want the Black Label Old Forester as well? Keith, while you're there, go to a store called Liquor Palette. I have a video coming out Monday. I filmed while I was there, but I'll just say go to Liquor Palette.
Yes. Yes. Oh, cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah. Back-to-back years of us doing picks together at New Rift.
Yeah. 2 years in a row. We did the rye before, and then we did this one.
Yep. This is going to sound weird, but this actually smells better than when we did on Friday. It's opened up. So I'm very excited for this pick.
I still get like that butterscotch. So I really liked this one. It was like butterscotch on the front and like baking spices on the back.
Yeah.
I thought it was a really nice palette on this one.
Not just like butterscotch.
Cheers, Brian.
But I get like a butterscotch pudding. Like it's creamy. It's not just like that, like Werther's original like hard candy butterscotch. It's like creamy, like pudding. It's really good. Really good.
Yeah, it's a really, really nice barrel we picked. So if you don't know, if you're watching, we went and did a barrel pick last Friday at New Rift.
Yep.
Patrick was there. Devin can't be with us tonight. He had a doctor's appointment or something. So
I replaced him once again.
Yeah. So I had Patrick come in since he was on the barrel pick with us.
Yeah. Made sure to rep the New Rift merch just for that. All about the clothing.
We also had 4 of our Patreons who won like a spot to go do the barrel pick with us. We all met up down there. Keith, he's
in chat,
talking in here in chat. He was with us.
I think he was one of the first ones in the group today for chat.
He was.
Yeah. Keith, you're an awesome dude. I know the way that the tables were kind of split up. It was Steve, Devin, you, and Renee. Yeah. And then on my side was myself, Scott, Dave, right? David, and then Keith. So we had our 4 down there, and awesome group of guys. So it was great. And Renee.
Yeah. So we got to show up. We showed up at New Rift. Showed up a little early. Went to Party Source. Went to another store. Kind of shopped around a little bit before we headed over to New Riff, where they took us in for a tour.
Yep. And right before that, I decided to save Todd some sanity by not joining the Party Source. I went to the top floor bar that they have and exercised that option to see all their fantastic pours they have. And they had like I think it was like a red turkey wheat. That I think was incredible. It's not something you can normally get, so it was really cool behind the bar.
Just one of their special grains.
Yeah,
they have all the yellow lemon and the blue claret. They have all that stuff back there.
Yeah, it was really cool. Really cool. Really cool.
But so we went over to New Riff. We had a tour there. Mm-hmm. After the tour, they bust us over to the campus, like where they do the rick houses are and where you do your actual pick, your tasting.
It's like a mile away.
Yeah,
so not far.
They bust you over. You go, you do a tour with the rick houses, and you go see the bottling line and all that, and then you go to the tasting room and you do your pick.
Yep.
I did post a video.
Yeah.
Of it, so I did that on Sunday.
Yep.
But it was a great time. There were a couple of I thought really nice barrels in there. This one being my favorite, but they took care of us. It was nice.
Little spoiler on the video, but one of the ugliest looking barrels.
Yeah. So when you're done with your pick, they take you out and you actually go find your barrel out where they have all the barrels racked. Mm-hmm. And our barrel was absolutely the ugliest looking one. You could see like where it had leaked across the barrel head, and it was like gunked up and black all around the barrel. That just gives it character. That's why it was so good.
A lot of character.
It was, Brian. It was a lot of fun.
I'm gonna sneak a little bit more.
Good.
This is really good. Luckily, like I said, we have a lot of bottles that were pre-sold. So we definitely have the ability to, at least among us, because we're like 15 minutes away, we can share some, which is nice. I'll get you back. Don't worry.
But so after we were done with our pick, you go out and you thieve samples straight from the barrel. You get a little sample bottle you can take home. Everybody who participated.
What are these, hundreds? 100 ml or 200?
200.
100. 100 on here, yeah.
Okay, 100.
100 mLs.
So you get to take that with you.
And a little whiskey thief. So you get to get it directly from the source, which is really cool.
Yes, and actually you thieve it out, and you put it in the sample bottle. You get your pictures taken there, and then they drive you back over to New Riff to the main distillery.
Yep.
And you go upstairs, and they have like some charcuterie they give you, some complimentary charcuterie, and you sit down.
To that top floor that I was talking about earlier. Right. I scoped it out. Make sure it was good for everybody.
And then they brought out to the table a tray of cocktails. They made a paper plane. Mm-hmm. Well, we didn't know it, but as we were still drinking, we're like, oh, this is really good and all that. They told us, well, that's made with the barrel you just picked.
Yeah, and it was like maybe 15, 20 minutes from us getting shuttled over, walking upstairs / taking the elevator, and it was already made for us. It was great. And I don't know if you know this, but paper plane is one of my favorite cocktails.
I've never had one before.
It's delicious. It's I actually learned it from one of my buddies down south, but it's a perfect cocktail. All the measurements are the same. So it's got lemon juice, Amaro and Nino, which is some Italian liqueur, if I'm probably mispronouncing that, as well as Aperol and bourbon. And the bourbon that was picked was ours. So it was really good, really good.
Yeah, so they made us cocktails with our pick.
Yep.
And after that, we went to dinner and
had a great time.
We went to
met some other Patreon members at dinner too.
Yeah, we had Paul and Brad showed up.
Yep.
Who unfortunately didn't get picked for the pick, but they came and had dinner with us, and we went to Blinker's Tavern.
Yeah,
love the steak there. Yeah. Love their appetizers. Good time.
Yep. And I was gonna say Hillbilly Bill or whatever your name is, Brad, on here.
I don't think he's here tonight.
If he is, he'll probably watch the live again replay. But it was cool because I flew in a day before for the pick from work in Florida, and because of that. We were watching last week's live, and he said he was in town, and obviously he's a local. So after the live, we met up, went to 3 or 4 different bourbon places, then got dinner with his girlfriend. So we got to hang out a little extra last Thursday, which was pretty cool. Cool.
So we had dinner. After dinner, we went back to the hotel and just had a bottle share. So we just stayed up drinking, went live.
Very, very long bottle share. A lot of great pours.
Well, it was long. You guys went. I think shut down about 11. Like you did.
I think it was around like 10:30ish. 10:15, 10:30.
Brad, Steven, and I were up to like 3:30.
Yeah.
So we were up all night.
And that's where the split started.
Yeah. So then
It
that
smells so good.
Yeah, it is. That got a great nose.
Yeah, it really does.
So David, what did she say? Did she nose it? Did she like the way it smelled? He said he had to open his sample for his wife.
Oh, great call. Luckily, he was on the pick and got
he got
one of these little bad
samples,
boys. Yeah.
But the next day.
I'm saying that.
Oh yeah, that's right. We went to after dinner. We went to Party Source, and Fred No was there.
Paul, that bourbon
he was
guy,
doing signings.
Yep,
yeah,
got a bunch of stuff signed. I actually got a couple things signed for the Boy Scouts in Youngstown for a fundraiser that helps them go towards
nice
camping stuff. So hopefully that raises some money for them. But like the $30-$40 that it was, and having a signature on there from one of the mans of the industry, gotta have a good some. Hopefully it raises some money for them.
Yeah, so he was at Party Source signing things. We got some bottles signed and other stuff, and then we went back to the hotel and had the bottle show.
Yeah, that's right.
But the next morning, Patrick, Paul, Devin all went to Woodford.
We sprinted there.
Yeah.
I left the latest and got there. I think my ETA was like 9:10, and I got there at 8:59. I made some good time.
Yeah, and Renee and I went down to Old Forester.
Yep.
So we went down to Louisville. We kind of went a different way.
Yeah, we ended up for our round.
Cheers, bourbon nerd.
Yeah, cheers. We ended up going to Woodford. From Woodford, went to.
Well, tell them what you got over.
Oh yeah, so we'll get that. We'll come back to that.
Well, we're at that point. You just
okay.
say what we got.
All right. So anyway, I guess he's making me do it, but I blame. That's fair. That's fair. So I blame the other whiskey sipper, Devin. He did all the sales talking and not the lady behind the counter. So I ended up getting a double oaked Woodford Reserve. It actually comes in at 90.4 proof. I've only heard incredible things of this. We haven't opened it yet, but at some point tonight we are. So a double oaked. It's going to be good. I'm hoping it's good because it better be worth the price.
Yeah. What, 200, right?
200. So yeah, so that was it. And then kind of to go along with it, we'll probably open this one before that one, just because it's a similar idea of just a regular one. However, this is actually a club pick down in the Myrtle Beach area, the Grand Strand Bourbon Society. So I got one of their picks in the summer, and I just got it a couple weeks ago when I finally went back down to South Carolina. So we're going for a Woodford theme tonight, besides New Rift.
Shauna said she loves the double oak. I know I saw you guys got it, Shauna, you and Brian. I saw the video. So that's why I told them. I said, Woodford, that just released, and so they plan to go down there and get it. When we were to Old Forester, and my wife and I went down to Old Forester. We actually got this year's release of the 1924.
Yeah.
So we picked up the 1924. And one of the 117 series was also being released the same time on Saturday. So we got both.
A little jealous. 1924 was one of my favorite pours last year. But
cheers, William.
But I think this is a good one too.
Yeah.
It should be good. I got two of them.
I got last year's double oak. We can compare them.
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
So that's just a little recap of what we did. But so what's everybody drinking tonight?
Yeah. Feel free to for the comment section we want to know. We're obviously doing our new riff
right now
that we just did literally less than a week ago, 6 days ago.
Yeah, it was last Friday.
Yeah, so we just did that. At some point, we're going to open up the regular Woodford double oak, and then we're going to do the double oak and a little bit after that. And maybe Todd's feeling generous. We'll open up last year's release to kind of compare them.
Paul's got some Kentucky Owl Batch 12.
Oof, that was good. Good.
We opened that on the live stream at the bottle share after the pick. Yep. Picked it up while he was down there.
Yeah. I managed to get that bottle as well for the price of, I think it was $400 or $375. It was clearanced for I think it was like $150 or $160. At that price point, I thought it was worth the risk because if anything, it's at least valued more. So it's kind of worth it.
Eric's drinking a Knob Creek single barrel. Always a good choice.
Great choice.
Always good choice.
Great choice. And actually, speaking of this trip, one of our fellow members for the Ohio Bourbon Barrel Club, Jason, he requested one of those. And so I actually gave it to him yesterday when we were at dinner.
Okay.
So great bottle.
Yep. And so then after Old Forester, I did spend some time the rest of the day going around Louisville to different liquor stores, hunting, just looking around and filming. So I've got about 5 or 6 videos I did for liquor, bourbon hunting. So if you like any of the bourbon hunting videos we do, then they'll be coming. Party Source one, just got released
today. I watched that earlier today.
Monday will be Liquor Palette, which
had a little.
I'm excited about that one because I've never been there. It's the first time I've been there. I got some more to edit.
Yeah, and I was going to say, if I'm not mistaken, besides you and Devin, I'm pretty sure Steve was there
for the super chat. And that would be another entry into the giveaway for the Weller Antiques.
Yep.
And he's getting an old rip tomorrow for a killer price. Very nice.
That's awesome. That's great. That's awesome. But I was going to say, I think Steve also made a little cameo appearance in there. One of our Patreon members for the Party Source.
In the Party Source
video. Party Source video.
Steven Scullen did.
Yeah. Yep. And Eric, thank you as well.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. So it was a good time.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Yeah. And then
if you ever get a chance to go to New Riff and do a barrel pick, do it.
Highly recommend it.
Yeah. They're very, I've done barrel picks. I've done a bunch there now, but I've also done Watershed. I've done Old Dominic. I think those are the only ones I've done.
I've only done Watershed and 2 at New Riff. And luckily one was a rye and one was a bourbon, so they weren't the same.
But the way that New Riff treats you, like they treat you really, really well.
Creola and Corey. Yep. Creola and Corey, incredible people. I'm very, very fortunate. I unfortunately had back surgery shortly after the last pick we did. And they were like, "Oh man, weren't you here in November?" Like, I was in November, but that was for just separate other reason. And they're like, "Oh yeah, I missed last time I saw you." I'm like, "Yeah, but the pick we did was back in March." They're like, "Oh man, it's time flies." So we're awesome, personable people. They're incredible. Creole is incredible as well.
Yeah, they're very, very nice, very funny.
Very funny.
Good time.
Great comedy, yeah. Awesome tour guides.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a great weekend.
Yeah.
I hope everybody else had a good weekend.
Yeah. And I just know that's where you went. You went hunting. For us, after we did we rushed down to get to first lines for obviously Woodford. We ended up going to Buffalo Trace. They had Blanton's that day. So we ended up getting a bottle of Blanton's, did a tasting, tried a number of different things. Then after there, Paul and I, because Devin had to go back home, Paul and I went to Four Roses and Wild Turkey. So we hit 2 more distilleries after that. And then afterwards, Paul ended up going to the
Revival.
No, he went to Revival, but he went back to Buffalo to do a Taylor tour.
Yeah,
Taylor tour. And then I ended up going to Boone County on the way back home. So I got to do a little tasting there and got some Glens. So I ended up hitting 6 distilleries.
Yeah, we just
5 distilleries.
We just went to Old Forester and then did liquor stores in Louisville.
Yeah,
and then headed back home.
Yeah,
but
it
was a full day. I mean, I was up with, like I said, Steven and Brad till 3:30 drinking.
Yeah,
so the box of samples that I keep in my trunk that I let people pull from, I ended up bringing those in, and we actually drank all the samples.
Yeah, we drank.
There's like 25 2-ounce samples. So drinking all of them.
A little over like 2 bottles, pretty much at that point between the group. Yeah. I mean, I tried some of them. We were doing small pours in the beginning, and I was like, "Well, I just want this one." I'm like, okay, well, I just want this one.
Mm-hmm.
Got a little crazy. Got a little crazy. Yeah.
A
little crazy.
Keith said we need to do a new riff rye pick. We did one last year.
We did.
This was before we ever started the channel.
Yeah.
It's actually, I did it for my speakeasy.
For his bar, yeah.
Go grab the bottle right there.
Yeah. Where is
it's on the end.
Oh, I got you.
Right there.
It was called Rye and Seek.
Yeah, so
there you go.
We did it. We'll see if it can pick up on the camera. So we did a Sasquatch speakeasy pick. It was the Rye and Seek Champion.
Yeah.
So that was before we ever started the channel. I was like, I want to do a new riff rye pick, and I just put a group together.
And if I'm not mistaken, you probably can correct me. Alcohol was involved, but the knowledge that we got was that the newer picks starting, I think, in the springtime for the ryes are all going to be at least 6 years old.
No, you're talking about for this year?
For this year.
Yeah, so an email came out to Tier 1 members, like maybe 2 weeks before we went and did our pick.
Yeah.
That New Riff is now offering you can do a barrel pick of their 6-year rye.
Yeah.
There's that one was the 4-year.
Yeah. Well, it was the first year they did it last year.
Yeah, that was the first year they did rye at all.
Yeah.
But now you can do a 6-year rye single barrel pick there.
Yeah. And I'm not sure how long that program will last. but at least for this year, it's going to be 6 years.
And it sounded like next year they may start doing 6-year bourbons picks.
Yeah.
For single barrel picks.
And I don't know about anybody else who's kind of tried New Riff as it's been growing. I was one of those people and loved what they were doing. So everything that I've tried from like that standard bottle and bond 4-year, it was like, they're okay. I definitely like what they're doing, just needs more time. And now that everything is now at that 5, 6, 7, even 8-year, it's just getting better and better and better. And we also learned that they're no longer a craft distillery.
Yeah, so they
are
officially has to do with
the volume
they do.
Yep.
They're on
and
the main.
storing.
They're no longer on the craft section
Yep.
of the Bourbon Trail. They're
Yep.
on the main section, and they are also the first like smaller distillery to be distributed in all 52 states.
Yeah.
And that started like just this past
50
month.
states, not 52.
50. I'm sorry.
I know Puerto Rico and Canada
Yeah.
aren't there just yet, but we're there. We're almost there.
The first one to do distributed in all 50 states, and that just started, I think, in January.
Yeah, this year.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it started this year, maybe December, but either way, they're one of the first ones to hit all 50,
Yeah, so,
which is really cool.
yeah. That's
Especially
very good for them.
I know. And I know it's, if you didn't know either, like the Cincinnati airport is actually in Kentucky. Like,
Yes,
I
right
kind
there.
of consider New Riff like that. They're almost like an Ohio distillery just because they're so close to the border.
Yeah, they're right across the bridge.
Yeah, it's like here to your driveway. It's that close.
Devin said he opened the 8-year he got at the gift shop. It's amazing.
Yeah, see?
I think the 8-year's got a nice palate. I think it's lacking because it's lower proof.
It could
To
be.
me, it comes kind of thin.
I haven't tried in a while, so I'll have to revisit the one I have. Yeah, but it's good stuff though.
Yeah, and the 8-year rye, Devin and I, we did. Well, you probably saw the video we put on our Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
We did the 8-year rye, and then we took the 8-year bourbon.
You guys were sitting
compared
right here.
them. We were. We compared them, and then we actually blended them together. They were better blended together.
Yeah, I think as someone who likes the fun of home blending, I went through a whole phase last year and the year before, but like I think if you give it more time, like if it's a 50-50 blend, let it sit for like a week or two, I'm sure it would marry up even better than just like the 30 seconds you guys had sloshing it back and forth. So that's my take. I think you should do it.
Well, I could. I could pour a bottle of it or something.
Yeah, or like a little like 100
one of
ml.
these. Yeah.
Once you're done with this, put it in there 50-50.
But we also, after the barrel pick, was we were finishing up, they have this really cool like barrel thing at New Riff in the tasting room that comes up with lights and everything. It raises up on an elevator, and they had the Balboa rye, the new Balboa rye.
So good.
And they gave us a sample of that. And I've had the Balboa rye before.
Same.
I didn't realize that they had stopped producing it because of a grain shortage.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I knew they stopped producing it, but I didn't know the reasoning why. But Balboa rye is one of my favorites that they offer. Yeah. It's really, really good.
Yeah, so
I can't say pretty good. I'm not there yet, Devin, but it's really good.
But the new batch of Balboa rye is going to be coming.
Yeah,
so
we got a little sample of it. It was really good, really good.
And then somehow you guys talked to her and said, "Hey, we want something else. Give us another sample of something."
We got like a 9.5 year.
It was a 9-year back set,
but it was like a 9.5. It was like it was up there. It was really awesome.
Yeah, it was a bottle of a 9-year-old. I think it was. I can't think it was.
I have a picture.
It was the back set.
I have a picture of it on my phone. I won't be rude to you guys while I scroll because I have like 30-some thousand photos. But trust me, it is incredible, and it was actually on a label similar to this.
Yeah, she said they got it for like one of their staff parties.
Yeah, and it was slightly left over. Like they had like I don't know. 3/4 of or like a half a bottle left. I'm like, well, you could try a little nip.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that.
So they let us try that 9-year, and it was really good.
Yeah. So it's kind of surprising, Paul. If you want to highlight that, Paul said he never had the Balboa.
We'll have to get you a pour, Paul. I have it.
Or if I personally don't have it, but obviously we have some connections right here. But otherwise, maybe we can when we go down to pick up the actual bottles, see if Crayola or Corey might be able to say, "Hey, there's a little sample. Can I just try one?" Yeah. One of the guys that never got tried it and heard great things.
Yeah, they might.
We'll see how our connections.
We'll see when they release it. They might have.
That's true too.
Might have it in the gift shop.
That's true. And the other one that is another big popular release is their sherry finish.
Yeah, but that's like a once a year.
It's a once a year, but I'm just saying, yeah. And they said they're going to try to come out that I believe in the fall.
Yeah, that's usually when they release it.
Yeah, in the fall. Yeah, so really good stuff.
So why don't you go ahead and open one of those bottles?
I say we. We'll go with this one. We got to work our way up to the oak.
All right.
We'll go with that. So this particular bottle is from one of the groups that I'm in. One of my friends got it for me. This is the first ever club pick for the Grand Strand Bourbon Society in Myrtle Beach. So ready for this one?
6-year malted rye.
America. That was a great
nice
pop. That was a great pop. One of the best ones I've had.
Yeah, 6-year malted rye is really good, Paul. I have that as well. But yeah, I like their 6-year malted and their Balboa. Very nice.
Yep, similar proof at the 90.4. Like I said, this is a club pick, so a single barrel. And yeah, looking forward to it. I have another single barrel pick from them. That was actually from OHLQ, one of the restaurants they sold, and I have about half of that left. But I was like, we'll crack open the new one for the fresh cracks.
And I
fresh
am
crack January.
Also repping my national champion Buckeyes. With my Glen in my hat.
I have some random Glen that Todd gave me.
David said, Gervasi just opened their first bourbon barrel of 4.5-year waits. Thoughts? I've been to Gervasi, and what I had there, that was like a couple of years ago, was Source. It was MGP.
So I was just there for my brother's birthday, December 27th. We showed up on December 28th, day after, just based off our family schedule. We went there and I tried the whole lineup. First time I was ever able to try it, and it was all MGP. So
IO, Eric.
IO for sure. But it was all MGP. So everything that I tried, it was literally from the bottle. It said distilled and made in Indiana.
Yeah,
so,
what I had there was their stuff from MGP.
Yeah.
So I didn't know they were releasing their own or had their own.
I knew they were.
Haven't tried it yet.
I knew they were in the pipeline for it, but the bartender did not know much about their own stock because they're mainly a vineyard. So they
Cheers, Whiskey Wisdom.
Mainly do wine.
Yeah, so I can't really answer that, David. I haven't had their own juice to tell you.
I haven't either. And I said I was just there like just under a month ago, and everything that I tried was MGP.
Yeah.
Wasn't too big on how they finished the stuff on some of them. I think one of them was better than the others, but I'd have to go back in my phone and see the notes because I did the whole scale pushing back and.
Yeah, I've only been there one time. I went there and did a flight. But
I mainly go for their wine. I think they should stick with wine.
Yeah.
They're much better at their wine. Well, I was going to say cheers, but you're already guzzling it down. Just woke up. Feels like Saturday all over again. Brad, that makes sense.
I said, Brad, I had said earlier in the
we were talking
live that we were up till 3:30, me, you, and Steven drinking. So
I just want to know how you got home. Hopefully Tori came to pick you up.
No, she wouldn't come pick him up.
Good job, Tori. I approve of that message.
But the next day I got up probably about 9, and we headed to Louisville. So I was
like an hour away already.
I had about 5 hours sleep or so.
I think I went to bed around 11, and I think I left around like 10:30 because that was the first time I went to my room.
Yeah,
I just brought everything to the table, and I was like, "Well, now that we're ready, I'll go."
Yeah, we just stayed drinking.
No, but I'm saying like I never checked in. Like I checked in, never brought my stuff to the room. Oh. I just literally brought all of it to the table where we were drinking.
Yeah,
I was like, "I'll just go there afterwards." Just me.
So for our giveaway, February 8th, we're doing a live stream. Mm-hmm. We're going to be giving away the bottles, and you can look back at the other videos. We got the 2 Eagle Rare, 2 Pinhook store picks that are going to people on the live. For our Patreon members, we are doing a Weller Foolproof giveaway.
I'm on that list.
We also have the 2 Weller Antiques, which are being raffled off for every $5 in Super Chat or $4 in PayPal or Zelle. You get an entry to possibly win some Weller Antique,
or if you're Brad, you donate cash.
Yeah,
we didn't forget about you, Brad. I remember. I saw that transaction.
Right now we have Charles with 1 entry, David with 2, Jason with Grant with 1, Paul with 8, Old Fashioned Ways with 2, Curtis Dunwoody with 10, Barry Daniels with 4, Keith with 1, Eric with 1, and I didn't add what we've got tonight. So you can add whatever you sent tonight to these totals. I like bourbon a lot. That's the screen name. I don't know who that is.
One day we'll find out.
Yeah, has 1 entry. Brad has 5, and Shane has 4.
There you go.
So that's the total entries we have so far for the giveaway. 1K live stream party. Yes, that's right, Paul. We're going to be having a party that night. We're going to live stream and do some fresh cracks after.
Yeah, exactly. Can't wait.
David said Brad gave him a sample of Russell's 15.
Ooh.
While we were down there.
Brad, you are a good person.
Yep, that's a great pour, man. That Russell's 15 is something special.
I don't know why Tori didn't pick you up. You are a good person.
Because it was 3:30 in the morning, I'm guessing.
It's probably why.
Still out that late.
It's funny because we ended up closing down the restaurant the night before. They closed at 10. I think it was like 10:45 when we left. We were there for a while. Good time, good company, good people. Nomination for Sainthood.
Yeah, I did think of a nomination for Sainthood.
Saint Brad.
Saint Brad. So, yeah, it was a good time. Excited. Could be excited for February 8th. To do that live stream, we're going to do a little longer than normal.
Yeah.
And we're going to give that stuff away. So it's going to be fun.
And based off timing, if I'm not mistaken, kind of going back to the whole reason why we're here, we're recapping this whole New Riff trip. The week after should be close to when we should go pick them up. Yeah.
It takes about 30 days for them to bottle and have everything ready.
Yeah. And I think for when we did the rye pick, it was like 3 weeks. So it was a little quicker. So hopefully it's like that again.
Yeah, we'll find out.
I'll
know in a few weeks. They'll send me an estimation on when it'll be ready.
Exactly.
But yeah, we'll pick those up. And I did purchase the barrel.
Yeah.
So I'm getting the barrel that came in, the
beautiful character.
Big old ugly barrel. But everybody signed the barrel head. So but I was like, it's our first barrel pick for the channel.
Yep.
I should buy that barrel.
Yeah,
I take that barrel.
That's something very, very nice memento. And it's funny because I actually bought the one last year.
Yeah, you bought the one.
I bought the one last year when I had a bad back. So that was a fun trip trying to get that from New Riff back to my place. Had a lot of help from my neighbors. But what are your plans for yours?
Renee said I should remove the barrel head and just take the barrel head and like polyurethane to protect it and
put it up.
That
wouldn't be a bad thing. A little more display than making it into a cabinet.
Yeah, because I still got the Jack Daniels barrel that I was planning to make to a cabinet. So
yeah, mine. I think I might let Todd do it for a bottle or pay or something. But turn that into a cabinet.
Turn yours into a cabinet.
Yeah. Maybe I can make it into I don't know, maybe more special than like your Frankenstein. Little cabinet that you have over here for all your bad ones. I might make it for the good bottles. That's where the good bottles are taken. The complete opposite of what he does. But yeah, no, for me, that's I think something I want to try to do is try to get into a cabinet. My ideal thing would be turning into a bistro table. So that way it could be used and have like a little glass thing and look down on the barrel head. So I don't know. There's a lot of options, but if you're willing to make it into a cabinet, I'd settle for that.
I mean, I can do that if you want me to turn it like I did that one.
It's on camera. He's going to do it.
It was delicious. You said that. I mean, you're talking about that Russell's 15. Man, that Russell's 15 is that was just incredible bottle. The Jack Daniels 14. I saw the video of the master distiller, Chris Fletcher.
Yeah.
Did you see that video? He had like some media in, and he pulled it from the barrel. He said this is the first bottle of Jack Daniels 14 since like 18 something. I can't remember the date.
It's a long time ago. I did not personally see the video, but I know in our chat we were talking about it a lot. I was too busy working, unfortunately.
But yeah, so he pulled it out, and man, I really want to get that Jack Daniels 14 when it comes out. That's going to be so hard to get. That's going to be so good.
I know that there's obviously rumors.
No doubt.
I know there was rumors about the whole what was it, 24C or 24D?
Oh no, that's out now. Yeah,
no, that's out allegedly.
Now there's people doing reviews
on it.
So.
But I feel like it's going to be one of those things. Like you don't believe it until you actually see it.
Right.
And that's going to be like the same thing. And it's going to be like so hard to get. I think it'd probably be worth secondary just because of the historical value of it. Like it's been so long since they've done a huge age statement like that. I think that would be worth it just from that perspective.
Paul says, get in line for the JD14. My conspiracy theory for here in Ohio. They haven't released the Coy Hill because they're waiting for the new batch of 10, 12, and now the 14 to come out. They're going to have a special Jack Daniels drop.
That's like a good conspiracy.
Like they did with Buffalo Trace when they had the gold, straight from the barrel, and the Elmer T. Lee.
Elmer T. Lee, yep, exactly.
And then they dropped that Russell's 15 or whatever on that one Saturday. So
yep, I think that's how OHLQ operates.
Yeah, so
that wouldn't be out of their motive.
I could see sometime in the spring or something, just a JD day, just to drop a bunch of Jack Daniels.
I'd be all for that.
Yeah, I would love that.
I would love that too.
Absolutely.
That's one of my first loves.
I know. Same here.
So I don't know if anybody else is like obviously on the Patreon, but you can kind of suggest or push for a certain video for them to do for like that month. But I think one of the ones that'd be really awesome for like you and Devin would be like, what got you into like bourbon? Which got you guys into whiskey?
Yeah.
For me, it was Jack Daniels and like Old Forester.
Yeah, we're actually planning to shoot that video. So.
Yes, that was my suggestion. That's why I said it. That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome.
Do you want to open the double oak?
Mm-hmm. Do you need to rinse out, or did you already do that? We have a new glass.
I got fresh Glens.
Oh, that's right. I pulled them out. I was being a jerk about it. I reused the other one. So yeah. So
this is the Woodford double oak.
The double oak. We're
2025
release. Literally got this on Saturday. So this is 5 days in my possession, and we just cracked open all of the plastic off camera so I didn't look like Devin. That was a big fear. I didn't want to look like an idiot on camera. I'm already an idiot. Don't need to elevate it. So with that being said, let's get a little warm up here and see how if this pop sounds like the last one. Ooh, it's pretty good.
Pretty good.
America. Ooh, that smells good. It smells real good. I can like get a lot of the malts already. The malty chocolateness. Same proof.
90.4.
90.4. Yeah, they're both 90.4. Which is great.
David said the double oak was at Costco today.
Oh, saved me $50 if I went there.
$149.99, really?
Jeez, and Stag?
$50 cheaper than the distillery. That's crazy.
That's wild. Well, they also buy wholesale, so they buy a lot of it, not just an individual thing. But still,
Stag 24D hitting the shelves locally. I bet those aren't at MSRP or below.
Yeah.
And 1924 was $160. It was $119.99, I think, at the distillery for the 1924.
Yeah. I think in Ohio last year it was like 120 or 125.
So it was like around 120, but then tax. The tax came out to like around 130.
That's why I couldn't remember if it was like I said, it was somewhere around like the 130 with tax. But
that's got a great nose.
They both had great noses, but this one just seems more like refined, like it's more blended.
It's darker.
It's darker, but like it just seems
sweeter.
A little sweeter. I get like a pretty heavy malt taste. Like I don't know if like the chocolate. No, but like the smell of like malt, like a chocolate malt ball. Like you're at an old like 60s diner for a milkshake.
I mean, I get like that chocolate, like the dark chocolate, but
for me it comes off malty, like a malted, like a Whopper.
Yeah,
like that chocolate. Oh, it's so good.
Well,
once
really,
again,
really
another
nice.
cheers. Yeah. Oh yeah, got good legs too.
That's definitely better than the regular double oak.
Oh, for sure. I mean, this is a good one to begin with, just because it's a pick. It's a little bit more unique, a little more maybe popping. I say this is worth the money.
I've never been a huge fan of the regular Woodford double oak, but I did like last year's double, and this is good too. I don't know about 200, but
150. I do 150 for sure.
150.
All day.
That's nice though. Got a really nice nose. I think the nose may be better than the palate. The nose is really good.
I don't know. First taste was pretty solid to me. I'm gonna rinse out my mouth just to kind of do it again. That bourbon guy, wish Costco would do sales in Ohio. 100% true.
Yeah,
I wish they did do a wholesale value. Oh,
yeah, we don't have Costco's with whiskey here.
No, just
Giant Eagles, Kroger's, and Acme.
Acme, yep.
And then the mom and pop stores.
Exactly. All on the OHLQ Mafia.
Yeah.
They run it all.
So what's everybody else drinking? You guys move on.
Yeah. Or newcomers, if you haven't typed in what you're drinking.
Yeah. Cheers, everyone.
Yeah. Where are we at now on viewers?
19. Right
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah.
Way better than the 0 when we first started.
Right.
Well, I shouldn't say 0. 1. We had Keith in there. Keith was in there.
Keith was there.
Keith, if you're still driving, hopefully you're safe and sound.
And drive safe.
Yeah, especially with the crazy weather we have out there. I know we're in a heat wave. Yesterday was like -15 at night.
Oh, it was so cold.
And today, on the way here, it was 38 degrees. So it was like, oh man, it's warm.
Yeah, it's warmed up. It was so
it's
cold.
Like shorts and flip flops.
Brad drinking 1910. That's a great pick. Great one. 1910 is always
great.
Great bottle. I love that
always
bottle.
Great. Last year, maybe it was 2 years ago. I think it was 2023. That bourbon guy and I split a bottle of the 1920 and the 1910, recreated the 1950.
I've got a bottle of that 1915 over there.
It's such an underrated value thing. I love it.
Cheers, David. He's drinking more Michter's. So
okay,
Devin would be proud of you.
There you go. Yeah, absolutely. Especially in your Michter's glass you're drinking.
Yeah, I'm drinking a Michter's glass.
Switch from Ohio State.
Yeah, I can get that like malted milk ball.
Yeah. But for me, like I'm usually, this is something bad about like my nose, and palate. There's one note that always pops to me. Like it always pops out as like a dominant trait. And then after that, like it opens up. But I usually get the first thing, and usually the most thing for me, the most common thing is toffee. But this is the malt. I get a malt, and I like it.
Out of a glass bought by this dude on my screen. Did you?
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
You buy him a glass?
I did. So Brad and I went to a couple of different liquor stores, and there was an opportunity to get a Willet 8-year purple top.
Oof.
And it was $250. And I didn't know if it was a good choice to buy or not, just for the regular bourbon, not the rye. And we ended up walking away. As I can go back the next day or on Saturday before I head back to Ohio. And the next store we went to, Liquor Barn Express, right by on Court, they had Glenn's or Mackenzie glasses for sale. And I was like, well, I'm in the year of the Glen still. I'll buy one or whatever. And as we're going to buy it, they had a cabinet of like 1 ounce or 1 ounce or 2 ounce pours.
Yeah, they have pretty good prices on their pours.
And it was $8.50 for that purple top. And I was like, for $8.50, I'll try that, see if it's worth going back or not. It was not worth going back for. But I was like, for driving me around and showcasing me like your areas of where to go, I'll buy you a glass. So that's why I bought them.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Best $5 I invested.
David said his wife tried the new Riff Pick, and she said that the first sip was smooth and she likes it. So
good.
It's always good to hear, right?
Now,
when the wife likes it, that makes it. See, that's why I bought those bottles.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not in the doghouse anymore. Yeah. But now the question is, David, does she like bourbon, or is it something she's like venturing into?
Yeah.
Is it a newer venture for her from her normal spirits?
There you go.
That's a good question. Yeah. Yeah. Especially like it's like my ex-girlfriend was really big into rum. So I would try to get her like the rum finish ones.
Yeah. To
see if that would kind of spark her interest in bourbon. It worked.
Donald Smith tells us that he just changed to the Old Soul Tin Type Series 2.
Ooh.
I haven't had the Old Soul Tin Type.
Is that the white label-ish?
Yeah, it's got like the guy, I think, with a typewriter or something.
Yeah. I have an Old Soul, but I haven't opened it yet, and it's actually a single barrel pick from Total Wine. I have yet to open it.
I've had the Old Soul single barrel. I've had some Old Soul single barrels, but I have not had the tin type specifically.
Yeah. I'm gonna try that. That one's definitely on my list to give it a gander, to give it a try. Not completely new and not her go-to, but at least she's trying. That's half the battle. So kudos to you, David.
My wife, for like a couple of years, every time I would get a different bottle, I'd have her try it, and she never liked it until. What were you doing?
I was gonna say now.
You want me to go grab the bottle?
No. I was gonna say, regardless of what Todd's about to say, she now has 4 shelves, and it's over there. Yeah. I was like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
she's got 4
her own
shelves
now. But she never had a bourbon. She never liked it. It just tastes like gasoline. She didn't like anything until
you found the one,
an Old Forester barrel proof.
Yep.
And she just absolutely loved it. She's like, "Oh, this has so much flavor to it. It's like sweet and all this." So that kind of got her into it. You have to find that right one that really.
And I'd say for the 2.5, 3 years now that I've known you and Renee, started out actually legit in bourbon hunting lines. That's how we met. But I would say Renee's and I's palates over the last like 2 years are pretty aligned. I'd say this year, in the last like 2-3 months, we're starting to separate a little bit, but we're for the most part very similar for like certain profiles, legacy bottles, certain proof points. We're very similar with what we like. So we at least just like if you like this, then probably I will.
Donald said that tin type is 113.7 proof, 8 years and 10 months.
Round up to 114.
No, that's sourced, right? Is that sourced? Where's it?
I don't know.
What's the distillery on that?
I don't know.
I don't know who makes Old Soul.
Yeah, I don't either. Donald, if you want to go ahead and type in on the back of that label if they do their own or if it's sourced, that'd be helpful for us because I don't know. Do you have a bottle here?
I don't have any. I
have one at my house. It's 15 minutes away. It'd be about a half hour before I got back here. I'm sure the stream might be done by then.
It'll be done by then. Keith said he's going to the Lexington Costco and Sam's now.
So we were told Lexington is supposed to be better than the one that's a little bit more northern in Florence.
Yeah, the Florence Costco. Yeah.
And I went to both, and they pretty much. I did. I did. Well, on the way back from Woodford, and
that's still quite a ways.
Well,
south,
but from where I was, like Woodford and Buffalo Trace, like that area, it was like 20 minutes this way. I was like, well, 20 minutes isn't that far away, so I did that. But either way, like. Lexington allegedly has a better allocation route from what I've been told by that hillbilly down there. But when I went there was nothing really spectacular. They did have an incredible selection, though, of Knob Creek single barrel selections they ended up getting for Jason. And instead of like $60 or $65, they were $50. So he was happy about that price point.
Well, what I will say is if you're going to eat while you're in Lexington, go to Carson's. That's like my favorite place to eat in all of Kentucky.
I haven't heard of it.
Oh, it's absolutely fantastic.
I think you guys went to, was it Merle's across from
We went to Merle's.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, we did go to Merle's when we were in Louisville, but Carson's is absolutely amazing there. They're like buttermilk southern fried chicken thing with like the gravy and pork belly on it. It's absolutely fantastic.
Pork belly, you got me there.
Yep.
That's really good stuff.
Well, we'll see you, Paul. Donald said it's from Cathead Distillery, distilled in Indiana.
Okay.
So it's probably MGP. Yes, MGP.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've had a single barrel of it. I've tried it. I don't own one, but I haven't had the tin type.
And I have one and I've never opened it. So maybe we'll crack it open this weekend. We'll see. It could be on that list. It could be on that list.
We'll see how long that list is.
Yeah, it's a very long list. I'm close to like 475.
It's getting real caramel.
Yeah, caramel. It's getting like almost like a salted caramel.
Go there and grab my double oak from last year. It's on the bottom shelf.
By the Octanium, somewhere over there.
You'll see it. It's the squat bottle. It's a 375.
I know, but that's over here.
That's it right there in your hand.
Oh, this one. Oh, this one. Oh, my bad. I just saw the Master Keep. There you go.
So this is last year's double oak. This year's the first year they've done it in a larger, like 700 milliliter bottle.
Yeah.
Before that, it was on 375.
So you have the nice traditional one. We have the more elongated one. So it's pretty good stuff. I'm trying to see. This is the same proof point, 90.4.
Yep.
This is actually a 23 release.
Oh, was that on the 23?
Yeah.
Or 23.
23.
Oh, there you go.
So this is 2 years ago. So did last year for 23, did they do a bottle like this though?
No, it was another 375 last year. This is the first time they've done the big bottle with the double oak.
There's my keys. Perfect. I feel like if you need more, I mean,
no.
I passed kindergarten. I can share. Ooh, still a good pop.
This year's is a little more malty on the nose,
but it's not like a malt beverage, like malt chocolate.
Yes,
for it's very different, and like I feel like there's two different types of malt. Like you get like that malt liquor, or you get like
no, so it doesn't smell like it doesn't
or
smell
you
like
get
malt liquor
no,
beer.
but I'm saying like you get like that taste. In my opinion, like there's a distinct taste to like that flavor, and then you get like malt chocolate.
So, like Bourbon a lot said, picked up a Havana today. Not a fan. Tastes more like rum than a whiskey.
Ooh.
So
see, I like rum. I mentioned that a moment ago.
No, we were talking about if we saw that if we were going to get it because my wife likes maple finish stuff that has a maple flavor.
Allegedly.
Oh, no stuff that has a maple flavor. She
gotcha.
likes.
Yeah. But I thought you were saying this.
Yeah, we didn't know about this one, and then we heard some people commenting about it, saying that they didn't really get maple on it at all. So I'm kind of like, well, I don't know if we need to grab it if it doesn't have any maple to it.
I might try to grab one just because I like rum. So that's
I think I like the 23. I think has the better nose.
So for I like bourbon a lot. Not being a fan and tasting more like rum, like was it more overpowering on the rum cast finished, or was it like just like not like a married blend? Like what didn't you like exactly about it? If you want to type that in, that'd be awesome. Because I'm looking for that bottle. Because I'm curious now that you've mentioned rum.
Mm.
This has a little dusty smell.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just because it's a little more aerated.
It's a little darker.
Nulu
maple brulee is amazing.
That not was at the what was
not a lot of maple like most, but just enough.
What we were talking about going there with Renee. It was the 859 or something like that tap house. That's where actually we ended up going to dinner with Brad and Tori. But they had that bottle for sale, and he was like, "I got to get that," and he got it. Clearly, he's drinking it, but
I guess so. If it tastes like maple, if it's got enough maple on it, well, I'll have to get it for my wife.
Well, here's what he said. So, pull in the chat. Not getting a lot of the maple as much as the rum. To me, too much rum, over finished. Not enough maple. That's fair. That's fair. But for me, that's something I like both of those combinations, maple and rum, which is, like I said, why Renee and I have a very similar palate. But I wouldn't mind the rum extra. That's okay with me.
I'm not much into the rum flavor with my whiskey.
I like it. I like gateways because if I can get other people to enjoy what I'm drinking, maybe not so much like right now, but like if their palate develops, I'd rather have that experience than say, hey, let's crack something on the golf course, or hey, let's do this over a tasting. I think that camaraderie is nice.
So now Eric's saying the Nulu Maple Brulee as well. So I guess we're going to have to try to get some of that.
Yeah. Well, maybe when we go down to get our barrel in 2 weeks,
head over there and see if they got it.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. It's funny too, because so for those that don't know, in Ohio yesterday it was like -15, -16
I like the 23
degrees.
better.
I like this one better. I just it's a little more of a dusty note because maybe it's a little more oxidized. But anyway, my point of the story is that it was very cold, and this basement is still kind of cold because it's like, I say half underground. These bottles are like a little chilled.
Yeah, they're a little chilled.
I kind of like it. I like that.
So we have a new viewer. Thanks for tuning in.
Cheers.
Steve C. He says, new here. Is it too late to get one of the new Riff bottles?
Sadly, it is.
Yeah. So we had already sold out like all that we were getting. We've already done the pick and everything's processed. I don't think we can get any more bottles anymore.
I'll sell you one of mine for $600.
That's that least.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, sadly they're sold out. However, we appreciate you joining the channel, or at least viewing us tonight. We appreciate the viewership, and more importantly, be on the lookout or even join Patreon because you can get different options for that.
Yeah, there's different stuff that we give away to our Patreon members. So it's possible one of those could come up.
Yeah,
or
Renee,
another one.
I'm joking. It's fine.
Don't turn up the thermostat.
No,
I know.
I'm saying they're chill. That's it. It's nice. I would have put my jacket on, which is over there, but we're good. But no, going back to the comment of the barrels, kind of a little plug for Patreon. Talk about the bottles given away, but it's going to be awesome for our 1,000 sub giveaway, in addition to the Patreon. So I'll let you talk about that real quick.
Well, I think I already did, but if you haven't seen the video,
we got a new viewer. He doesn't know.
We are giving away a Weller Full Proof to one of our premium Patreon members on our February 8th live stream. We're going to be giving away a couple of Eagle Rare, a couple of Pinhook store picks to people on the live. We will be giving away to a premium Patreon member a Weller Full Proof, and then we are raffling off these Weller Antiques from now until the 8th for every $5 sent in a super chat or $4 sent through Zelle or PayPal. It's a entry into a giveaway for the Weller Antiques.
Yeah.
So, and then like every month we give away a sample to our Patreon, and then every once in a while on special occasions we'll give away something else, like a whole bottle or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. So, really cool stuff. And then more importantly, as Todd likes to travel and frequent Kentucky a lot, he is out and about. So if you ever see him, just don't be afraid to say that secret catchphrase, and you'll be able to go to his trunk and pull out a sample.
I have to refill my sample box.
We drank it all.
We drank all the samples at the bottle share we had after the pick. After the guys went to bed, we still had about 15 of them that Steven, Brad, and I drank. It was a lot of. There's a lot of really good samples in there though. It was a lot of good pours.
Yeah. Hey, Brad. So obviously, Todd just highlighted your comment.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we'll probably try to meet up during our actual picking of the bottles, and more importantly, I would love to obviously get lunch or dinner with you again.
Yeah, I'll let you know when we're going to the pickup. I'll know ahead of time, and I will let you know when it's going to be, so we can meet up and you can grab your bottles.
Or if anyone else is in the Kentucky area, northern Kentucky area at that time, I'd personally love to do another meetup again. It was a great experience for everybody else involved. So
I thought it was a lot of fun.
It was really cool. I know there's people from, if I'm not mistaken, I think there was 3 states: Ohio, Kentucky, and Alabama. Were Steve was from Alabama.
And West Virginia.
Oh, West Virginia. Never mind. So West Virginia as well. So we had 4 states. 4 states. Not too bad for your first pick.
No, not bad. Not bad. So, Bill, Brad had won the giveaway for our sample, our Patreon sample, and Devin was supposed to bring it to him.
Yeah.
Well, Devin brought down the sample and gave it to the wrong person. He gave it to somebody else. So we were back at the hotel later, and I was like, "Oh, Devin, give Brad his sample." And Devin was like, I gave it to him. I was like, "No, you didn't. That's Brad right there." So he gave it to the wrong person. So then he ended up giving a sample of 13th Colony Double Oak.
Yeah,
pretty kind of make up for it.
Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty good, as Devin would say. So yeah, I think
that was funny though.
I think honestly, between the E.H. Taylor, was it just rye or barrel proof rye?
So which one?
For the one that he actually won.
He won the straight rye.
Straight rye. So normal, the E.H. Taylor rye. Personally, in my opinion, the Double Oak is a little bit better.
Yeah,
little bit better.
The Double Oak is better than the E.H. Taylor straight rye.
Yeah. So you kind of looked out.
Cheers, Barry. Right now, we are drinking a 2023 Woodford Double Oak
and a 2025 Woodford Double Oak. Yes. Yes,
and we're comparing them.
And
what are you drinking?
Exactly. And then earlier we had a club pick of from Myrtle Beach, their Woodford Double Oak, the normal one, as well as our barrel pick that we did 6 days ago.
Yeah, New Riff, our sample from the barrel pick.
Exactly. So we're having a good time over here. Hopefully you guys are enjoying yourselves too. And hopefully, like I said, I just talked about it for the last couple of minutes, how cold it's been in Ohio. Hopefully you guys are all staying warm. Yeah, I know. Renee cranked up the heat.
Yeah, I hear the furnace kick on.
Yeah, I heard it kicked on. You didn't need to, Renee.
But the Double Oak is much better. Yeah, the Double Oak is much better than the. I think the Double Oak is better than the Double Oak.
I agree.
I think the Double Oak is better.
The double finish. This is what Angel's Envy Triple Oak should be like.
Oh my God, Angel's Envy Triple Oak is such a disappointment.
It was so as someone who loves oak. Clearly, I have like a lineup here of all oak products. But at the same time frame, they're known for a lot of their whiskeys being finished. They should have been in the barrel a bit longer than what it was. It really doesn't come off as a triple oak. It doesn't come over as a regular oak. There's like no oak taste.
He says he'll send a sample of that Havana.
Absolutely. I will gladly do that. And then once we get your information and find out who you actually are, I wouldn't mind actually sending you something back too as a reciprocity. I don't know how everyone else feels about the bourbon gods, but I believe in good karma. So if you send me something, I'd love to return the favor of that reciprocity. So feel free to let us know who you actually are, and we'll make sure we send you out. I will, at least from my collection.
Well, I can send something too.
Oh yeah, but I will gladly repay it. I should say.
Yeah, if you send, there's the email. You can reach out there, and we'll we'll get the information and we'll ship some stuff out.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely. And that goes to anybody. If anybody wants to send me something, I will gladly return the favor.
Yeah, if anybody wants
samplings.
Wants to contact us, there's our email. You can reach out that way. Or I
was going to say, we probably want to showcase it.
Oh, there you go.
Instead of hiding in the chat.
So you can always reach out with any questions or anything you want to talk to us about.
Yeah. Or even
we're open.
Or even if it's like sometimes like I know, like I said, I'm big on the whole camaraderie of bourbon and getting together. So like I said, when we go down, if you're in Northern Kentucky for picking up the barrels, obviously it saves on shipping, but more importantly, you can get your bottle a lot quicker. I'd be definitely down to do that for you guys too.
So yeah, absolutely. And Brad, well, like I said, I'll let you know. It's going to be close. It might be the Friday before our live stream, possibly. If they're like got it in the cycle quick.
Well, I know there are people
if not, it'll be the week after.
Yeah, I was going to say the other part too is just the people that are obviously here in like Northeastern Ohio. Pretty easy for a simple meetup. Let's go to a bar, drop off something, whatever.
Like David and these guys are.
It'd be pretty easy. So you'll at least be able to get to drink that beverage for the live, which would be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually say like, yeah, I get to drink what we're celebrating, our 1K. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, so we'll see. There might be some other things added to the giveaway that's not advertised. Kind of depends on how things shake out.
Yeah.
We were tracking kind of like our entries for the raffle, and if we hit a certain amount, we're going to add some more bottles.
So that's new to me. And I feel like I'm a little behind the scenes than most people, but that's new to me. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Just send us an email. All right. I'll be getting back to you later tonight.
Awesome.
Also,
it's like a Batman Bruce Wayne. I can't wait to find out your secret identity.
So one of our other YouTube channels, that guy I chat with a lot, Mike, he has Bird's Eye Bourbon.
Okay.
He is doing a live stream here in a few hours, and he is doing a giveaway. So if you haven't, after our live here, go check out the Bird's Eye Bourbon.
And say you came over from here.
You should just subscribe to him and watch for his live stream.
Yeah.
Later tonight. So he's going to be doing a giveaway. He's giving away, I don't remember what he's giving away. E.H. Taylor.
Well, that's another reason to tune into his channel.
I think E.H. Taylor and a Weller 12. I think he's giving away.
That's awesome. Oh, yeah, that's right. We were watching that just before this. Mm-hmm. That's right. I have to remember that now. That's awesome.
Yeah. Keith got the E.H. Taylor sample from Devin. He gave it to Keith instead of Brad.
Yep, exactly.
I'm glad you liked it, Keith.
Yeah, it was great. Kudos to you.
Brad,
Kudos
just
to you.
so you know, that E.H. Taylor sample was great.
It was not wasted.
Yeah,
it went to a good home. It went to a good belly. That's awesome. That's awesome. Keith, I'm glad you enjoyed it. The one that's interesting because I have a couple of rye bottles. One was we were together a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago. I have one I traded for, and I got another one I got a couple of years back. But the one that I originally opened got terrible reviews.
It was awful.
Blind.
It's awful.
But it was the first one I've ever tried, and it had a orange.
It was
orange
citrus.
taste.
It was really citrusy.
It was very off profile, and I loved it. And I thought everyone else would love it. Not the case. I said, this is not. There's no way this is a rye. We got the bottle. They're like, holy crap, this is so orangey.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what I should be drinking now. New Year, new orange. Like you get an orange for the new year. It's supposed to be like a good fortune thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't drink it.
It's good. I liked it.
I'm gonna grab another bottle before we finish this live here. One last little pour.
Go for it.
Get by here.
I think. Oh yeah, my bad. I didn't pull the chair in. Oh yeah. Oh, interessante, as they say in Italian.
So if you haven't seen the short, after the Ohio State Buckeyes won the national championship, I did a fresh crack, and I did the Old Fitz 8-year.
Yeah.
So here we have a little sip of that. Another celebration.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of the Buckeyes' victory.
Absolutely. I think that's the one I actually just got.
The 8-year?
No, the Boone County.
Oh yeah.
I just stopped there for the first time. So this is Old Fitz 8-year, just for the label. It's so pretty.
Bill votes that into the trunk sample box. I have to refill the box now because we drank all the samples.
Hey, you know what? This is a new bottle. It was only opened on Monday. So you know what? It could go in there. It could go in there.
Oh, man, that old fit's got a great nose.
You know what? The funny thing is too, for those who haven't watched the Party Source bourbon hunt video, I'm pretty sure you guys got some old fits on that trip.
I got the $11 old fit.
Hey, old fits.
To do a budget review of,
yeah. And it's actually funny. So as I was mentioning earlier in the stream, I was bourbon hunting during the live stream, and actually just before the live stream. And I said, hey, I found a black top early times.
Yeah.
And it was like the $10 early times. It's like a handle. It's like it's not the same bottle.
Brian asked, am I thinking about a channel meetup later this year? Yes, I am still thinking about that. I started looking at it. I just think that if we do it, we may have to sell tickets because looking at the cost of like renting a venue.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little bit pricey, so we got to recover that somehow.
That or I know obviously when alcohol is involved, there's a lot of usual restrictions.
Yeah,
like you can't necessarily go to a park or you can't do anything like that. You got to be
right.
More,
well, that's why I was looking at like conference room, kind of stuff like
a hotel conference room or something. And which is more important too for the safety of everybody. If you're drinking a lot at a bottle share, you want to obviously have a room so people aren't driving somewhere. Yeah. You want to make sure that everyone else at the party is having a good time responsibly.
But Brian, I can send you an email on that. We can talk about it some more if you want. I mean, I would definitely love to do sometime this summer a meetup. And I have talked to a couple of other channels who said they were down for it.
And honestly, that's a great way. Like I said, I was talking about earlier, camaraderie with bourbon, getting people together. I know Steve obviously has his own channel. He was on the pick. He's in Alabama.
Yeah, Steve said he'd do it.
Maybe a haul or something for him and his people. But I mean, if we can figure something that's like logistically smart and sound for a halfway point, or even just like in Kentucky where we're on the bourbon trail, I'm sure we can figure out something. I mean, we just took over a day's in. On Friday night and no one cared. So
but if anybody knows, I don't know, any like a conference room somewhere in the central Ohio maybe area, or knows somebody who has a connection, if you want to email me, so because I don't really know anywhere. It's just me reaching out, like calling places. So, but I would love to do that, Brian, for sure.
That's a great idea.
We get I know there's several Ohio channels. You got a couple maybe outside Ohio who might be interested in coming. I think like a big YouTube channel meetup it'd be a hell of a lot of fun.
But not only that though too, like I said, mutual distance or whatever, but also we're here because of bourbon. Yeah. And Kentucky is bourbon. So if we even just do a little weekend trip out to Kentucky somewhere, even if it's northern Kentucky,
or something,
or even maybe Lexington where you're a little bit more in. It's not that
further down.
Boy, but it's an extra like 45 minutes. It's not like you're going all the way to Louisville or somewhere else in the bluegrass state.
Yeah, Brian, absolutely. We'll definitely talk about it. I'm definitely up for it. We just got to get the logistics of it put together.
Exactly. But I'm a planner, so put me on it. We'll make it happen. I'm also the documentarian.
Yeah, you're the secretary.
I am. I document everything.
This smells. But I'm definitely down for that. Yeah, this does smell great.
I wanted to kill off what I had here, so I love it. $180 per person for the bus. I think we can maybe make that.
I think he's talking about like go to Louisville and do the distillery tour.
Oh, gotcha. Do it. Yeah. I'm trying to think. I think that includes like Makers. That's the farthest one. There's a couple other places in there too. Maybe Bullet, I think, is in there.
I don't know. Those are outside of Louisville.
No, but I'm saying like if you do like they do a loop. We looked into that one time.
Yeah, there's
for bachelor parties.
There's different. I mean, there's several.
There's a number. Of them. I looked into a bunch of them. So I think the best is just getting on that $3 scooter and just riding on the streets of Louisville.
I think I'd like to get like a conference center, like at a hotel, and just kind of do more like a bottle show, maybe type thing.
Yeah, I think
like
that
big bottle show.
Smarter idea. Everyone's already got a hotel to stay in that place. I'm sure at that point you get a great discount because you have a huge group of people. Do essentially a hotel takeover, way better than a bar or distillery takeover. Yeah, you have a place to crash that night.
Yeah.
Thinking more long term Besides when you show up at 3 o'clock, you have a place to crash at 9.
Brent's at that price. He just buy a school bus and tint the windows.
That's such a hillbilly thing to do.
That is.
All right, first sip on this thing. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Hey, you know what? To the Buckeyes. OHIO, baby.
Yeah, this is. I like the Old Fitz. I don't think I've had an Old Fitz I didn't like.
So,
honestly,
I know yours was a gift for Christmas, right?
That's the VVS.
Oh, okay, so this was not.
This was just one we picked up last year when it came out.
Gotcha. Okay, I knew one of them was for Christmas. So one of the things that I've been barking about is trying to get just the empty bottle when he's done. That's all I want. However, when I went down to visit my brother on January 2nd, I was very fortunate, slightly markup, but I found a bottle for $250.
Oh, of Old Fitz?
10-year.
Oh, not that last. Was it last year's 10-year?
Last year's 10-year.
Last year's 10-year was really good.
I know. So I was like, okay, it's a little bit markup. I think it's like what goes for what 180 or 190?
Yeah, they're like 150, 160.
Okay, so somewhere. So I wasn't too far off.
So you're only like $100
I was like,
MSRP.
I was
That's
like,
not bad.
I was like,
secondary.
but it's not really secondary. It's like in between.
Yeah. It's because that secondary price because a low secondary price.
Yeah, well, I've seen it go for 300 plus. So I was like, okay, I get it for 275 with tax. So I ended up getting one.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I figured birthday gift, Christmas gift, New Year, new you. People do New Year's resolutions. I bought a new bottle.
There you go.
So I have one now, but I still want an empty one.
At my birthday, we did that flight, that Old Fitz flight, which was 8-year, 10-year.
And then we had Paul's, right?
Was it 17 and 19?
Paul's was
19.
19, yeah.
I think there was another. I think there was a 17 in there as well.
What did Brian bring?
I think there was the 8 and the 17, and I had the 10.
Yeah, but no, that was a great one.
But that was a great flight. That was a nice flight.
That bourbon guy, thank you. Number 2 to Hard Truth.
Yep. It did fall. It did fall to Hard Truth 4 grain in a blind,
which I think is somewhere over there.
It's over there.
Yeah, it's over there somewhere. I know where that one's at.
I would love to do a channel pick at Hard Truth.
That'd be awesome.
I like Hard Truth. I think they have really good stuff. I'd love to do a barrel pick there.
And honestly, I know we were talking about this whole video. New Riff no longer craft.
Yeah, no longer
craft.
Right.
So
that's right.
You got to find a new craft distillery that you love. Might as well be Hard Truth.
Yeah, Hard Truth, Hard Truth, and Holiday.
Yeah, Holiday is awesome.
I like Holiday too.
Honestly, from what I've seen of being on the shelves, they're rarely in stock.
The Holiday, just across the line of all their verticals. What we have in Ohio or other places, they're like, oh, we had this. Now we have it. We had this. Yeah.
So I think they may be soon leaving the craft distillery.
A lot of Hard Truth. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. I think they might be moving to the next tier of moving craft to go to legacy.
Yeah, they
could be.
I think there's still quite a way in production volume.
Volume
they put out,
but for what they're putting out right now, I think
it's
probably more distribution. But I think what they're doing is phenomenal. Same thing. Another one that I actually bought a bottle of. I kind of should have brought it. Was Brothers Bond.
It's MGP though. That's MGP.
They're starting to get to the point where they're at their own.
But they don't have their own distillery.
They're trying to do all that right now.
I thought they were just doing everything through MGP.
They're doing everything through MGP right now, but it's similar to like what New Riff did. They're trying to establish a label. But even though I know New Riff did their own bottles and whatnot.
Cheers, Adam.
Cheers.
We were just we're drinking the Old Fitz 8-year I opened for my Buckeyes national championship win.
Exactly. But no, I was going to say with them, they're doing the whole progress of like trying to get everything from grain to glass, and they're doing a great project, but they're going to get to the point where they're like New Riff. And I think that's the next up and coming one.
Well, we'll see. Because I think they're doing it through MGP though. I think they're at the Ross and Scripps distillery
for now. But
they don't have their own distillery. They don't have their own
they don't
master distiller and stuff like that.
For now, but the long-term goal is that they're trying to, which I really like for celebrity whiskey, really committing to like the whole process.
It is one of the better celebrity whiskeys to cast drink. I actually like the cast.
It's great. It's great.
I've actually been
I got their 7-year. it's an MGP, but it's obviously 7-year. But
I saw that on the shelf. I didn't pick it up. They also have that new regenerative.
I got that too. I got that when we were down in Kentucky.
Okay.
And that's actually when I bought Hillbilly's glass. Is when I bought that bottle.
Yeah, I love old fits. Of all the old fits I've had, I've liked all of them. I haven't had one I disliked.
Exactly. I think what they have a 7-year. Is that the youngest, or is it the 8?
They might have a 7. I think they're releasing a 9 now.
I know they have a
9.
9. I've seen a 9 before.
I'm not sure. I think 7 may be the youngest.
But this is in my opinion,
it's still good though. Even the 8.
Besides the Great Gatsby 15-year. Like Art Deco style bottle. This is like this is
the bottle.
This is like the Covenant one, the Art Deco Great Gatsby 15. And then I would probably be that guy and say plants. The bottle shape. It's so good. Yeah. Not the juice, the bottle.
Yeah, I know. This is the best bottle on the market.
I agree. It only took me like 11 years to find it. But I finally got one. Finally got
8-year-old fits this year. I thought it was 9-year that they're releasing right now at the distillery. They've been releasing the last couple of weeks.
This is what, Heaven Hill, right?
Yeah, 7 Hill. Yeah.
Heaven Hill Distillery.
Except for the one I have from 1970 that's a Stitzel Weller old fits. Originally Stitzel Weller, now it's 7 Hill.
Yeah, that's good stuff. I love Stitzel Weller. I think so. Also for guys who've gone to Louisville and whatnot, and done a bunch of the tours and distilleries, I still think one of the best historic ones, because you don't really do any viewing of the actual mash build and how they actually bottle and brew everything or distill everything. I still think Stitzel Weller has one of the best tours from the history standpoint.
I have not done their tour.
Oh, so good. So good. Bourbon, okay. But the tour is great. I love it. Plus, they have the Hunt Club. So good.
The
orphan barrels.
I find a lot of the tours are so similar that
they are.
I don't particularly do all of them anymore. I mean, I've done enough of them that.
Yeah, you know the process.
I'd rather do the tastings than the tours.
Yeah.
So.
Well, usually at the tours they give you a tasting. Just an hour later.
Yeah. Brad, someone sell me a 13th double up. Me too. Devin's the only person I know who has it.
Yeah.
So
and luckily we
traded a lot
it.
for it.
Yeah, he did. So, luckily we both got to try it.
Yeah, I think the 2023 was better than the 2024, the double oaks, but
I can't say I only tried this year's.
Yeah, we did do a head to head.
I was not a part of that.
Yeah, no,
I wish I was.
It was just me and him. We were at his house. But yeah, I wish I had one too. They're very good.
Yeah, they're really good. And speaking of this, I think this is a great pour. Especially if you find it for 150.
Nice. Wow, 150. Yeah.
Over
200 is a little much for me. That's why we didn't go there. I'd rather.
Yeah, I get that.
Plus, I'm more of an old Forester than Woodford, so I was happy to get the 19.
I mean, if it makes you fun,
1924.
They're both Brown Foreman.
They are, but that doesn't mean they're the same.
True, but they're both Brown Foreman.
But they're not distilled at the same place. They still have their own distillers.
There's also one in Tennessee, pretty popular one. It's called Jack Daniels.
Yeah. Go to Larkin Tasting, one of the best times I've ever had. What is Larkin Tasting?
I read that as LARPing. Like,
no, that's Larkin.
Live action
role playing.
Yeah, I read that as LARPing.
Do a LARP tasting, or you drink just mead and grog.
And then just have the styrofoam store and just role playing everywhere. Yeah, exactly. Brad said the same thing. What exactly?
Yeah, I'm not sure what Larkin is. I'm not familiar with that. I'm going to go back and finish off with a little bit more of our new riff.
I got to finish this little fits. I just don't want to. I feel like most of the drinks that I've done tonight, I've just been smelling. They're just the nose on all 5 of these bottles are incredible in their own like respective realms.
Yeah, they're just
yeah.
That new riff's got a great nose. That was a good pick. I'm really happy with the pick we did.
It was phenomenal. This is the glass I used for the new riff. Is this yours or Renee's? Because I know we gave some out when we were after dinner.
Technically, that's Renee's sample, yeah. Because I split mine between Paul and Brad
after dinner.
Before
after
dinner.
After dinner. Well, we respect the establishment. It was after dinner.
Larkin is a new veteran-owned brand.
Oh, okay.
It's really good high-proof stuff. They have a hazmat at 141.
Ooh.
I have not heard of it.
We might be looking at that here shortly.
There used to be Lawrenceburg Distillery.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Eric.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, I'll have to look into that. I did not know that.
I didn't either.
Well, is that the one that just changed their name? Is that the one I think I saw a YouTube video of some distillery changed their name?
I have no clue. That's all new to me.
But
so for the first 13 days of this year, I've been in 9 different states. So I have like not been on social media. I luckily flew in from work to go to the pick.
Yeah.
So I was like, I can make it. Wait, when's the date?
When we were there dealing with all that snow, you were sending pictures of you looking out like over the Florida beach.
I'm like kicking out my 18th penthouse floor view of the Faye is great.
Right before Wild Turkey. Okay. Well, we'll have to check that out. I've never been there. I don't know anything about that one.
No, yeah. So Eric said that yes, they did a giant kangaroo. That's news to me. Is that like the logo, the kangaroo? Compared to like a Wild Turkey logo, or I could be misreading this completely.
I have no idea, but it's before Wild Turkey, so it's in the Lawrenceburg area.
Oh, gotcha.
So the distillery's over there, like where Wild Turkey, Four Roses is at.
Well, I'm just going based off of Eric's comment where he said they did like giant kangaroo.
Maybe that's like a cocktail, the giant kangaroo.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea. I don't know. Okay, Eric, I think he's saying yes, that's their logo.
Logo or cocktail? Just tell us which one it is.
Purple Label one is a single barrel.
Gotcha.
Okay. I'll have to look into it. I don't think I've even seen. I don't remember seeing that.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Well, that's news to me.
But I think during the Bourbon Festival, I saw somebody make a video that like Lawrenceburg Distilling Company or something like that changed their name. I'm thinking maybe that's what they're talking about.
Could be. Logo. Okay.
Logo.
So cool. I got it right. It's a logo.
Okay. So we'll have to look for a kangaroo then.
All right. Good on, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Get a maggot burger. So they call their cheeseburgers a maggot burger.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they do. Listen,
you know what they call a quarter pounder in France?
Royale
with cheese.
Because I want to think of two things. One, Samuel L. Jackson, Pulp Fiction.
That's
number
exactly
two,
what I was referencing.
And number two, Fortnite with Victory Royale.
I don't play Fortnite, but I was referencing
I play
Pulp
Fortnite
Fiction.
occasionally. But more importantly, it's more about when you win, you get a Victory Royale. That's what you do.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the phrase. I love it. Good stuff here tonight. A lot of good stuff.
He's Australian, the guy. So I guess the distillery guy's Australian.
Yeah.
So the kangaroo, Larkin's probably.
There you go.
I don't know. We'll have to look into it. I'll have to actually research it now. Try to figure out what people are talking about.
Exactly. But yeah, no, that sounds like a fun little thing to try our taste buds.
Well, I go down to Wild Turkey and Four Roses. We hit that quite a bit when I Kentucky.
Yeah, because we keep getting.
I'll be in that area.
Not over here. I was going to say
right behind.
No, behind us. Yeah, we keep getting these little beautiful rocks glasses. Mellow Moments members. So
yeah, they haven't changed the gift in quite a while.
The last time I guess they changed it was 2 weeks before I went down for my first time, and they used to give out coasters. And then
I've got some of the coasters.
I know what I want. I want the coasters.
Jiggers. I've got the copper cups.
Yeah,
they haven't changed it from rocks glasses for quite a while.
They probably got a huge surplus of those.
Yeah, they had to.
But a bigger bulk discount. But especially giving away for free.
The website says veteran on, veteran distilled. I'm sure we have to let Devin know. I'm sure he'd want to check it out.
For sure. When Devin eventually comes back.
Cheers, Gandy.
Cheers. When Devin eventually comes back, I have a special bottle for him to do a first crack with him.
When he comes back from deployment?
Deployment. Okay. Yeah, from deployment. Yeah. I have a special bottle for him.
He's got a special bottle.
Oh, I believe that. I know. We talked about it. Yeah. But he's also got a special one on the way. So super excited about that.
Mm.
I owe him a gift.
Oh,
or I should say I owe Anna a gift.
You owe Anna a gift. All right. Well, starting to get late. I think we should go ahead and sign off. But thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for everybody who was there for the barrel pick, our Patreons. Thanks for watching our videos, everybody who subscribes. And we will be live again next week. And then we're getting close to our February 8th live stream giveaway.
Yeah. And more importantly, we've already hit 1,000. So what's the next goal? 2,000?
2,000, yeah.
2,500?
2,000.
5K? Where are we at? Where are we going?
Yeah.
To the moon.
To the moon, yeah. That 510, that sounds good. 5,000 sounds good.
Yeah, at least for starters. Then we'll reevaluate. Reevaluate. But with that being said, though, what do you say, Todd? Best bourbon and whiskey?
Is the one you like the most.
Exactly. And it's one of these 5 up here. One of these.
It's probably somewhere in this room at least.
No. But we're on the table tonight. We're drinking it. It might be this one, the new barrel pick. It might be the new barrel pick.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week. Cheers.
Cheers. I think that went pretty well.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, good sign off too. Best bourbon and whiskey. I'll let you finish it. Your anxiety gone? You feel better now?
I'm always just anxious until we get started, then I'm fine.
Fair enough. It's like, so.
Devin showed up right as we were getting off. Oh, we're still live.
Oh, man, crap. I blame him, technical guy over here.
I thought I had hit the end stream. Guess not.
Man, that's so embarrassing. I was like, we did good. We did great.
Yeah, he's like, hey, that was a pretty good sign off.
Yeah. Crap, now we got to do it again.
What bottle, Devin? We haven't signed off.
We haven't, so might as well. All right, Devin. Let us know what you want to drink, or what are you drinking tonight?
Yeah, I know we're still live. I know now we're still live.
Yeah, we thought we signed off. I was like, oh, this is a good finish.
But now Devin's actually on, so.
Yeah, the other whiskey sipper.
Yep.
Yeah, encore, exactly. Let's put that one up right there. We're gonna put that up live. Yeah,
Devin, you did miss
everything.
Patrick opened his Woodford Double Oak.
It's open. I also opened a club pick of the regular Double Oak down in South Carolina. We pulled out the good old 2023 Double Oak. We also threw out the Buckeye Celebration National Champions.
My old Fitz 8-year that I opened. We had
9-time champions. And most importantly, the reason why we're here tonight is actually right here.
Yeah, we drank.
We drank the barrel pick.
Yeah,
I think we might have like 20 mils left.
Yeah.
It's like right at the sticker. So there you go. Yeah, the only thing that I think Brad missed was his E.H. Taylor sample that went to Keith. But besides
Keith
that,
said it was really good, though.
It was really good.
Thanks you, Devin.
Yeah, so he thanks you. Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Now we are going to sign off.
All right. So the best bourbon and whiskey
is the one you like the most,
which we think was this tonight. One of these is our barrel pick. That's why we're here today.
See you guys.